show you're going to want to miss.
Contest is scheduled for one fall.
Well, Trent, is a night of debuts. And here's our second one. Casey Blackrose out of San Antonio coming over, making his Texas Contender Series debut, and he's going to have his hands full tonight.
Introducing first, from San Antonio, Texas, he is the babyface backbreaker, Casey Blackrose.
You see, folks, when you come here to Texas Contender Series, you get opportunities. You get opportunities right out the gate. Devin Carter started the night off. He could have been the brand new #1 contender, but no, it's Isaac Morales. And now Casey Blackrose, he's had his opportunity to make a hell of a name for himself right here in the Houston Premier Arena by cutting the head off the dragon, so to speak.
Casey Blackrose, as you said, Dan, making his debut here in Texas Contender Series. We saw this individual back at Texas Indy Showcase 4 representing United 210.
And let me tell you, Casey ain't shy. You can see him all across Texas. We are thrilled to have him here tonight. And I hope this guy did his homework, because he also has quite the task ahead of him.
And his opponent, hailing from the Sky Temple, the Wind Dragon, Dustin Nguyen.
Dustin Nguyen returning once again, a mainstay here at Texas Contender Series. And as you said, Dan, as accoladed and accredited as Casey Blackrose is, the last one-on-one match.
Was he giving everyone the finger?
No, not Dustin. So I was trying to say, the last one-on-one match we saw Dustin here at Contender Series was a victory over one Shota Suzuki. And quite possibly today, one of the biggest wins in the career of the Wind Dragon.
The Wind Dragon able to outsmart Shota-san. Personally, I think he got lucky. I'm sure if you asked Dustin, he would say that he got lucky. And I know if you asked Shota, he'd tell you he got lucky.
Well, maybe so, but the record books will show that the win went to Dustin over Shota, as Dustin looking to do the very same here to the babyface backbreaker, Casey Blackrose, and the bell is ringing, and now this match is underway.
Casey Blackrose, as we stated before, making a hell of a name for himself all across Texas. Not used to this very unique crowd of the Houston Premier Arena. And they do, for some reason, love Dustin.
These fans in the HPA very much behind the Wind Dragon every time he has a match. Dustin rolling out of this wrist lock. Whoa! Arm drags from the Wind Dragon. Trifecta, and now an arm bar applied by Dustin on Blackrose. Dustin wrenching the arm just a little bit more for that wrist lock. Now Blackrose using the aid of the bottom rope to find a way out, reversing the hold, and Dustin sending Casey into the corner. Casey flipping out of it. My goodness, off the ropes he goes, ducking that line, pushing Dustin off the ropes. Here comes Casey once more, connecting with a vicious arms right across the chest.
You know, no one as of late has really had the answer to the Dustin Nguyen question, with the exception of Max Heights. Casey Blackrose could also have the answer to the Dustin Nguyen question. He's been doing his tape study. He's been watching his matches. I think Dustin, one of these days, and one of these days very soon, is going to meet his match, and that could be tonight.
Well, speaking of max heights, we will see him challenge for that Lone Star Championship on August the 10th at Ram Jam against Diego de la Cruz. And Dustin, right now, looking for a victory over Casey. You gotta believe that championship gold is definitely in the path to mastery for the Wind Dragon. And time again, Dan, as they always do, the HPA fans here at Contender Series showing their support for their guy, the Wind Dragon. Casey with a roll-up. Blackrose almost with a victory quickly over the Wind Dragon. Dustin. Reversal by Blackrose. Oh my goodness.
Oh, beautiful.
Looked like a hip toss into a backbreaker. That is why he is called the babyface backbreaker. Casey Blackrose can just about pull a backbreaker out of nowhere. So Dustin needs to keep that in the back of his mind, or should I say the forefront of his mind, and be very aware of it. There's a cover.
You got that right, Trent. Casey able to take down some of the best that Texas has to offer. And you absolutely know that catapulting your stock in the city of Houston can pay dividends in the pro wrestling world. And to do that on the stage of Texas Contender Series here at TCS39, use that hashtag, folks. I'd like to thank our friends over at Heels, Pops, and Chair Shots for sponsoring this event. Oh, hold on, we got a very creative cover by Dustin. Casey Blackrose able to kick out of that.
Oh, missing with that double bomb strike and dropping him all across the shoulder. Another backbreaker on the Wind Dragon. My goodness, as I mentioned, a backbreaker from nowhere from Blackrose.
You know, he can hit you anywhere with that backbreaker, and from any position as well. He can catch you with the crossbody, flip you around, boom, backbreaker. You coming off the top rope, you miss, boom, backbreaker.
I had a chance to speak with Casey Blackrose before the show, a person that he studied very hard and is a big fan of, one Roderick Strong, who used to call himself the Messiah of the backbreaker back in his early Ring of Honor and TNA days. And Blackrose emulates that style, as you could very well see, with a backbreaker out of nowhere when he hits it, as Dustin is chopping Blackrose to the ropes here, draping his arms across, looking for a big shot here.
Watch out, Casey.
And Casey retreating to the corner. Dustin coming in, caught the foot. Casey switching it up and matches with a European uppercut on the Wind Dragon. A half Nelson into a backbreaker across the knee. My goodness.
You know, it's a really good strategy going after the back, you know, just assaulting those shoulder blades, makes it a lot harder to kick out of a pinfall predicament.
Now Casey wearing down the Wind Dragon here in the center of the ring, wrapping his legs around the midsection.
Very beautiful grapevine here.
Clinching on that very back that has been brutalized by all of these vicious backbreakers.
Anybody knows who's ever had an injury, when you're in pain, it feels like you can't move that body part, especially like a back or something. You just don't want to get up. Anybody who's ever had back pain, waking up in the morning is the hardest part. Now imagine a 200-pound man on top of you trying to keep you down as you're trying to get up. It makes it so difficult to do. So Casey targeting the back and mastering that backbreaker maneuver really sets him ahead of the pack.
Dustin struggling for some win there, somehow able to reverse it into a sunset flip. Missing that kick, and now a backstabber. Casey Blackrose destroying Dustin's back here tonight. Only a 2 count, my goodness. And Dan, I don't know how much more punishment the back of the Wind Dragon can withstand.
You know, Trent, it's not just the back, it's the ribs too. It makes it hard to breathe. And when you're in there, and the blood is pumping, and the oxygen is moving, and you're trying to get as much oxygen in your body as you can. Every breath, every huff and puff is just more painful than the last. We got a roll up here. Whoa, missed out. Basement drop kick. And this is a huge opening for Dustin here, who needs to take his time.
But you see the struggle that Dustin has, even getting back up to a knee from all the punishment that back and midsection has withstood so far in this match.
The onslaught has stopped from Casey Blackrose.
Dustin, you see the look of determination on his face.
Exactly what I was gonna say. Whoa, look at that! Back elbow! The Wind Dragon is breathing fire! Dustin Nguyen gearing up for the kill shot here. Those fists, those palm strikes, and a big kick to the back of the head.
A buzzsaw kick.
Casey Blackrose is down. We got a pinfall. Just a 2.
That big buzzsaw kick to the back of the head almost put away Casey Blackrose.
Come on, Casey. Become a legend in the Houston Premier Arena, Casey.
Dustin, once again, slowly getting back up to his feet as you hear these fans chanting for Dustin. And now Dustin looking to set up for the Fatal Gale.
Tune these people out, Casey.
Oh, Casey saw the Fatal Gale come and ducked out of the way. Dustin jumping out of that shoulder in the midsection, and now Blackrose caught him with a Uranagi and a backbreaker. And now an overhead suplex. Dustin, oh, and a senton to the back. That's gotta be all. Casey Blackrose with a huge win. No, Dustin kicking out here somehow.
Come on, Casey, this is your chance.
Blackrose very upset that moment of opportunity wasn't the victory he had hoped, as he continues, and now putting Dustin in a precarious position. Dustin somehow spinning out of it, connecting with a kick to the head, and now the tornado kick.
Blackrose not going down. Uh-oh. Dragon suplex.
Dustin Nguyen connecting with the Dragon suplex, and now the Fatal Gale. Dustin Nguyen somehow.
Here is your winner, the Wind Dragon, Dustin Nguyen.
Dan, somehow, someway, almost every time, the Wind Dragon, when the cards are stacked against him, is able to find a way to get a victory, and is able to do so here once more here at TCS 39.
Somehow, some way, he just draws the energy from these people who, for some reason, always cheer him on. Lowest common denominator, I say. What say you, Trent?
I say
hold on.
Casey Blackrose extending a hand to form a show of respect.
Don't do it.
And sportsmanship.
Casey, not like this. We're gonna hug him, Dustin? Oh.
The two exchange a handshake. And Casey Blackrose lifts the hand of your winner here tonight, Dustin Nguyen.
Trent, where's my Ipecac? I don't even need Ipecac. You know what? I'm gonna clip this. I'm gonna make a clip. I'm gonna open up my OBS at home. As soon as I get this file, I'm gonna clip it out. And then every time I eat something I'm not supposed to, I'm gonna watch that clip. I'm gonna vomit.